Well, it's that time again. Let's waste no further time. Even though we're doing this just to dodge a phone call. But yeah, let's go. Let's make the most of it. I think we should be able to at least get up to the next boss. I'll have to test to see if we can actually beat the next boss here. But yeah, we've had plenty of... well, actually, we're literally halfway towards the next full moon. But we do have plenty of time. So, I've got a few party members who are level 47 rather than 48. So, I'm going to be bringing Aegis. Firstly, though, I'm going to give her that new weapon I made for her. Order Rakukaja, that's going to be so amazing. And the new armor. Oh, wow, literally 10 more defense. And that is great. That's really great. Any better legs? No. And yeah, I like the Berserker's Seal. Also, she has Master Kukaja now, so I might want to try and make a bit of use of that. Except Koromaru is also going to learn Master Kukaja. I'll need to give Koromaru his better dog suit that I also bought. Kind of hate how they invert remove from party and change equipment once they're actually in your party. That's not quite as big of an increase, but plus 3 strength is pretty nice. There's got to be something better than Slash Ward. Warrior's Seal... Spell Ring is a... yeah, you know what, I'd actually rather go with Mage's Mark, because Koromaru doesn't really use that much SP. He more just, uses it kind of sparingly. Doesn't really need, like, all that much, but... in some ways, the Spell Ring is kind of like a discount on your spells. And that can be useful with instant death stuff. So Ken is the only other level 47 person, but... that's kind of funny. I brought both him and Akihiko to... the boss fight. Wait, what are you doing? Wait a minute. What did you... equip? Silent Sandals. Please tell me the Crimson Greaves weren't... oh, no, they were actually worse. So, that's fine. Okay. RC Getter. Okay, that has no additional effect on it. I'm sure I have better than the Robe of Salvation. Yes, I do. I have the Defender Cloak. And your... you know what? I might as well show that off. I think I have better than the Fist of Fury as well. Who else's summer outfit haven't I shown off yet? I just want to check something. In fact, I can't really check it here, can I? So I'm giving him that. In fact, who wants the... you know, I'll sort out who gets the Defender Cloak next time. So I'm actually not going to be beginning this one with Fusion, because I fused pretty much everything that I want to at this point. Need to be a little bit higher level before I can get some of the other things. So, we'll just be heading right in. So, firstly, I'll save so that it saves my preparations. So, let's go. We are starting from floor 146, and we'll be heading up to... this area apparently stops at floor 159. So, we've got a few more floors to go. And we do need one more Purple Shadow for Elizabeth's request. We also need to find Wondrous Magus to get some rings. And yeah, hey, here's Akihiko's summer outfit. Pretty basic, but... wait a minute, do I have... surely I have better than that. Also, I was going to want to equip Garisu with the RC Getter. And... no! No, not you! That's okay. Yeah, not that. No, I'll go for the Mother Saber. And yeah, I've still got the magic ring on him, but I like the extra SP pool, because we're going to be burning through a lot in Tartarus. Though I could equip a regenerate one when it gets lower. Well, I mean, it would be invigorate seeing as it's SP. So yeah, the enemies are slightly different. However, the Wondrous Magus doesn't show up until floor 151, I think, according to the request. So most of these should be stuff that we've seen before. So I probably shouldn't seriously start enemy hunting until then.
There are 2 enemies.
I was just like, I'm gonna go pick that, because there's a lot of good weapons that we can get at this point in the game, and I want one of them. And then The moment that I press X, I thought in the back of my head, it's gonna be a Mikazuki Munechika, isn't it? And please, game, please stop I'm not using a spear. Okay, yeah, this happens sometimes. That's really annoying. Koromaru, maybe... Or then that happens, which is completely stupid. But, yeah. Koromaru, when are you going? Not until after then. Okay. Right then. Yeah, I kind of have to do that. Oh, and you restore it. Sorry, Akihiko. Okay, you please try Mudoing them. Or do that, that's good too.
Wet shark instinct.
Oh, I intentionally leave it open as to whether you intentionally... Yeah, you don't have to reflect up. Intentionally got rid of the reflect there, or whether your AI was too stupid to realize that it had a reflect up. Either way, though, they're dead, and I need to heal desperately. So yeah, those things ambushing you, like I've hinted at before, is really irritating, because they will often use Tetrakan, and then you're like, oh hey, I can't do anything. I could have tried Samsara, but that would be a little bit overkill. That was 3, right? I'm not even paying it. That was also 3. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Akihiko's my only healer in this group. Apart from Garisu, who has Mediarama and a couple of personas, so that's actually pretty much fine. I need to keep... Aha! I actually caught you with a preemptive. Might as well get more fusion fodder. Wait a minute. Oh, hey, that was enough to push over the edge. Okay, so 55. That means that we can use Kali now, so that's good. Main thing that I know about Kali is that one of the Castlevania games, I think probably several of them, because it was a surprisingly late game in the series. It was Aria of Sorrow that actually mistranslated it as Curly, as in the Stooge, for the Stooge. Yeah. Don't know why they did that. Oh, you're totally new.
There are 2 enemies.
Solid Castle.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
I think this is the first castle-type shadow we've seen. The castles are kind of interesting. They have a tendency to be weak to wind. I'll see if that's true for these ones or not. But I feel kind of safe using Thor here because Thor is pretty much... this Thor has no weaknesses. And I could just go ahead and use this, actually. Probably going to get rid of Mataru Unda on Thor eventually, but... Strike attack. Okay, then. Well, Thor would have been immune to that anyway. Okay, you guys are sometimes immune to this issue. Yep, immune.
Doesn't seem to work.
The enemy's weak against wind.
Yeah, for some reason, castle enemies have a tendency to be weak to wind. This one doesn't have a lot of skills, just some pretty mid-tier magic and poison. It's not really all that great.
Persona.
And I kind of expected them to be more resistant to physical attacks than they ended up being.
It must be eliminated.
Oh, and they're stupider than I thought they were as well. Okay. You know, at this rate, it's not really worth using their weakness. I'll just, yeah, okay, you're not resistant to that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and smash them. I could try out Deathbound, actually. Exactly the same amount of HP cost as Vicious Strike. It's just a really powerful slash attack instead of a strike attack.
What an easy win.
Unfortunately, Thor's Heavy Master skill doesn't actually boost actual strike damaging attacks. I pressed X too early. I was going for the Persona card. Yeah, it just boosts heavy weapons, not the actual strike physical attacks. So we are starting to see some new enemies around here. But you are not new enemies.
There are 3 of them.
Do I go for the okay, and you're there. Yeah, rent for the experience. That's actually quite a lot of experience for, because Gary's is level 55, and
My level of aptitude has increased.
that was how much he was getting from that, which meant that everyone else was getting even more. So let's just keep heading on. We've got quite a while to go. Yeah, Fuka can't quite pinpoint the boss yet, which means it's a little while off. And we're not even in the area where the wondrous Magus is going to appear. You look like something... Yep, you're something old. I could get Pavati. But I actually do have Kikuri here, which is an even higher level priestess persona, so not sure that Pavati would be of much use to me in fusions. Nice one. Koromaru gains a level. That's good. Do I keep... What are you doing? Really, what are you doing? You're phasing into the wall there. That was extremely weird. And you're a bunch of giants as well.
Strike first.
Okay, so taking care of that, and more things just suddenly spawned. You and... Aha! See, for some reason I just had this feeling that it was going to run into the wall and disappear, and then I was like, oh wait, it's not a gold shadow.
There's one enemy. Attack.
Okay, you know what? You've got, I mean, Tatana is the younger anyway, so... Thor actually has better stats, though. Might as well go over to Thor. Anyway, these things are, like I've said, not really that big of a threat. Gotta go for Zero Dying here just to see how much this does. Boom! Actually, quite a lot of damage. It's kind of funny, both the logo design and the color scheme of this thing reminds me of Ferrari cars. Wow, that thing may well be the most pathetic purple shadow we've seen yet. I mean, it hits kind of hard if you let it, but still, I mean, wow. What? What? And we have the second red armor plate we need, so we don't need any more of those. But seriously, what? Yeah, I've seen the cars do very, very weird things. I've seen the cars just go up and then come back down in the exact same order and then do nothing else. We've only just started our exploration. We aren't really pushing ourselves at all. Anyway, though, I mean, the Hakuro Mushas died very easily to light and dark, but they hit very hard if you let them. But I mean, those things are just like, oh hey, we get hit by lightning and then we just die because, yeah. Don't know why they're, I mean, it's weird. Like, they feel incredibly weak by Purple Shadow standards. That might be because I have Thor now, but even still, I mean, they tend to be extremely powerful. And we are still seeing many of the exact same enemy types. You know, I may as well try. What do we got here? We have Mothman. Why are you back? Yes, there you are, Lachesis. Am I going to go double up again? No. Let's just take Lachesis and go. Because I get the feeling that if I did double up again, I get even worse personas.
My skills have improved.
Akihiko, your text box there was making none-ups of that shadow. That could have ended badly. Good thing that you haven't seen us yet. Seriously, go away, Order Giants. We don't want no order here. I might as well take this persona then. There you are. I'm not sure what I'll be able to make out of all of these, but hopefully it's something at least okay. And I think we'll be going up. Not really much else to see here. You know, I could have accepted the katana request and looked for rare chests, but no, I am not putting myself through that torture again. Well, not for a little while. I will need to, because I'm going for most of the requests, but... Notice how I say most of, but not all. There's one request that might be exclusive to a New Game Plus. Actually, not really fully sure about that. The sources are kind of conflicting, but it tends to be done on New Game Plus anyway. But I'll be going for mostly 100% requests. Everything that can be done on the first playthrough, basically.
There are 3 enemies.
I was just...
Be careful.
It looked like that... Is that baby moving? I don't know. These things look very similar to the relics we've seen earlier, but I guess the baby is one thing different about
Give me
them.
a sec. I'll scan the target.
So we have the growth relic. What am I currently on? I want to go on to Thor, I think, because I have a feeling these things use wind, and I could trick them into being stupid. I want to get the scan through, though.
Initiating summon sequence.
Oh, they're actually weak to strike.
Let us commence with an
I'm gonna relent on that because I want to see the... I guess don't kill them all, please. Okay, you didn't, but that was kind of bad because now they're all... And you're gonna get a big streak going. You might kill them all before they get a chance to be scanned. That's annoying. Well, them being weak to strike means I can just spam Thor against them and kind of be done with it. Okay, it's dead regardless. Akihiko's gonna kill it.
I guess that's one way to go. Damn you!
Yes, damn you for not allowing yourselves to be
Do my
scanned.
best until the very end.
That was kind of unfortunate, but we do know they're weak to strike. I'm pretty sure they use wind, though. Most idols do. Most shadow idols do. Popstar idols only use wind if they're Tsubasa.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
Okay, Regal Mother, that's also new, and they look pretty cool, actually, but I kind of want to see if I can scan
Give
that.
me a sec. I'll scan the
Oh,
target.
no, Icarus is going next. Just have to hope that she doesn't... I'll see. Let's just go for... You know what? I'll go for this. If those mothers aren't immune to strike or slash, this should be over pretty quickly.
Summoning Persona.
And, of course, she goes for that. Wow, they dodged both.
Akihiko-senpai might be good against it.
And he was last time, so yeah, like I guess they're wind and they also use healing. They're pretty much identical to most of the relics we've fought so far. They just look a little bit different from the inside.
Kurachan defeated an enemy.
The real question here is, what are these mothers gonna do? They are Empress, they might be doing for this. Yes, they are! Okay, then.
I've been waiting for this.
Chances of me actually getting the scan through this battle are very low, so I'm gonna smash them. Might as well. I'll wait until we have another fight with them to get the scan.
Did you see that, Shinji?
And that quote once again. Yeah, as you go through this game, you start to realize the general patterns that certain arcanas of enemies follow. That's a lot of experience, though. Or at least certain categories of enemies, like how the idols tend to use wind, the mothers tend to be weak to thunder, castles tend to be weak to wind. There are some that subvert the expectations, and aha!
There are 2 enemies.
The Wondrous Magus, otherwise known as the Pajama Mage.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Yeah, these ones really look like they're wearing pajamas, but anyway, I kind of want to get the scan here. Also, I guess Magi, they have a tendency to use fire. I forgot to buy back Cert. Wow, I am smart. Well, that's annoying.
Give me a sec.
Please
I'll
let the scan go
target.
through before everyone kills these. I think they use fire.
I won't lose. Still
Okay,
alive.
they took decent damage from that. One of them is shocked, so it's probably going to get... Actually, they might be weak to that. I vaguely recall them being weak to this. Well, they are.
It has multiple weaknesses.
Oh, okay, you use ice and you're weak to fire. That's a bit different from the usual norm for mages. Use ice, weak to fire. They have pretty much everything beautiful under the sun. Mahama is... Oh, that's not Mahama. That's alright. Mataro Kaja, ice boost, and they are weak to dark. So, good thing I brought Koromaru. That actually hit a bit harder than I thought it would. I need to heal her soon.
It must be eliminated.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna hit you. Stab the pajamas!
That was a great battle.
So, since I've accepted the request, those things should be dropping their item. And I'm not going to go for that 7th sword. Gold ring. Okay, 2 gold rings. So how many of those do we need for this?
My level of aptitude has increased.
We need 3 gold rings. Not quite 5, but 3. Okay then. So 1 more, and Igus is in desperate need of healing. And I don't even need to go into that menu. I'm sure I have Dear Rahan or something. Wow, 20 SP as compared to 8. Yeah, Dear Rahan clearly is meant to be more cost-effective later on in the game. Like, later on in the game it's amazing, but for now it's in some ways, like, as you can see, I got a full heal by using Diorama twice. Okay, there's the Hakuro Musha showing up as a regular enemy.
Be careful.
I already have it scanned, since it's the exact same as it was back when it was a purple shadow, which is just, like I said, a normal enemy. We also have Conviction Swords.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
I think it's weak to both light and dark. I wonder. Let's try this. Okay, I'm just going to try hammer-oning this one. I don't want the other things to die before I get the scan. They could also potentially repel light, which is going to be useless against me, but still.
Now's our chance.
Let's see. Let's just attack.
Initiating
Nope,
summon
okay then.
The enemy is... It's weak against Garu.
Okay, as I expected, it's strong against Slash, it's weak against Wind, and has counter and Mind Swing. So yeah, physical attacks, not great against it. I love it when these sword enemies go for physical attack and just fall over, because that looks really hilarious.
I couldn't finish it off.
No, I was about to say that we see that there, but then Koromaru didn't dodge for some reason. Yeah, these things are going to be... now. There we go. can pretty much just brute force a lot of things that aren't even weak to certain elements with our magic at this point in the game. So we've seen quite a few new enemies, actually. Keep instinctively trying to press start to bring up the... That's another thing. You know, you could be Magi. Let's just fight you. Keep instinctively trying to press start to bring up a bigger map, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's Trails of Cold Steel, and hey, it is Magi. Oh, you things are weak to fire, and I don't have... Ugh! That's frustrating. Well, you're weak to dark, and I don't actually have anything dark, so, next best thing. When all else fails, smash it. Wait, no. Smash it with a hammer. Oh, not quite. Didn't even need to use Mumble there. And just shoot it. Yeah, she's back in her, that weapon actually looks kind of cool, though. She's back in her jumping and shooting things mode. I guess has now become Jump and Shoot Bot, which is pretty appropriate considering that Mega Man, you know, is a robot. Being Captain Obvious there, but actually the thought didn't occur to me for a second there, embarrassingly enough. So let's just try getting out of here. We've actually completed both. Yeah, no way I was getting that. It was looking right at me, so pretty much a lost cause. The exit must be somewhere down here, then. And it is, but there's also this thing. And it's you again.
There are 2 enemies.
I already have your heart item. I'm pretty sure that I, in fact, have all of Tartarus up, so that should, well, kill one of you. And once again, Jump and Shoot Girl.
Efficiently executed.
So, more useless gold rings. I kind of wish that the items that Elizabeth requests sold for a bit more. Or there was, you know, some kind of Persona 4 system where you sold certain things and you could unlock more. I mean, that system's a double-edged sword, though. So yeah, even Medea-Rama's a bit more cost-effective than Dirahan at this point. Kind of reminds me a little bit about how, like, for the vast majority of most Pokemon games, Hyper Potions are just so much more cost-effective than Max Potions. because, like, Hyper Potions restore 200 HP, which barely anything has before the Elite Four. So, generally speaking, for the vast majority of the game, Hyper Potions are essentially a full heal. I'm actually pretty glad they are... Oh, that sounds scary. I'm actually pretty glad they nerfed Hyper Potions in Sun and Moon, and they also nerfed a lot of the other very cost-effective healing items. Oh, I could have used Fire from against the things weak to it. But anyway, going on to a weird off-topic rant about Pokemon stuff, but yeah, I always did find that in Pokemon games, wow, okay, that's not like Samsara. And that's actually pretty bad. But yeah, I just always found it kind of interesting how, like, for most of the game, Hyper Potions are just, you don't need anything more than them, because, like I said, very few things have over 200 HP before, like, level 60. Unless they're like Blissey or something. Oh, nice! First time we're seeing Igus do that. So yeah, there go our debuffs. That can be useful sometimes. And it didn't affect Igus because she already had auto Rakukaja up. So all that did was to cancel her Rakukaja. Just gonna get you for more fusion fodder. But yeah, we're actually running... Well, I mean, Igus is doing fine for SP, but SP for Igus is pretty much a non-issue because she barely ever uses anything that requires SP. Oh, hi, this group again. Exactly what I wanted to find later because I'm going to need to scan you.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Well, we know that you're weak against Thunder, and let's see. That means I'm just going to go over and switch to Thor, as usual, because he's pretty much my answer to everything at this point. And I'm just going to whack the Growth Relic. I would love it if you went and used a Wind Spell on Thor.
It must be eliminated.
The Regal Mother seemed quite evasive, actually.
It has multiple weaknesses.
Okay, so you absorb Wind, Null, Ice, and so a lot of immunities, but you are weak to Dark as well as Thunder, which is actually pretty nice to know. And Koromaru's already taken his turn. I don't know why you didn't use Mazionga, and that is an incredibly close angle.
Well done.
And now these things are pretty much gone.
I've been waiting for this. Okay.
So that wasn't so bad.
You see that, Shinji?
You know, I don't want to tempt fate, but Tartarus really needs to step up its game. These enemies are really not that much of an issue. And yet, again, and I picked the wrong card anyway after I say, why do you do that? Hey, Titania leveled up. And we get Divine Grace. Oh, Ice Amp next. That's actually a pretty good skill to pass down. So if we check our skills here, should be down in passive skills. Look at all these passive skills we got. There it is. Greatly strengthened restorative magic, so that's actually pretty awesome. In fact, that means that our Meteorama is even more cost-effective than Diarahan at this point in the game. Okay, another one of you. There are actually quite a lot of new enemies here that I haven't seen yet. There's a Minotaur, there's you again. So yeah, there's a Minotaur, there's actually a Cyclops that can show up here.
My skills have improved.
We haven't seen any of the Cyclops shadows yet, so I should mention they don't look how you'd expect them to look. They actually look pretty bizarre. And not Cyclopses.
There are 3 enemies.
These things like to show up alongside Conviction Swords. You know what, I'm going to try this again. Okay, please get at least one of the swords this time. This is like an 80% chance. It missed both of them again! Really? Oh yeah, sure. I missed both of them with Samsara, and Koromaru hits one of them with basic Mudo. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, now something that I actually kind of want to show off. In fact, I just realized that I probably should show it off in the next boss fight. Just trying to make sure, just in case you're not anything rare. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get that that healing from ascending a floor, thanks to Fuku's special ability. She still has no idea where the boss is, which is not a good sign. I would like to see one of those Cyclopses or Minotaurs. No, that is exactly not what I want to see.
Attack!
And nobody leveled up out of it either. And the stairs are right there. We actually might as well keep going, but I kind of want to see if there are any new enemies around here. Please let there be new enemies. Okay, wow, you're a
There are 3 enemies.
whole bunch of old enemies.
1 enemy left. 1 more to go.
I should mention, I'm pretty sure Deathbound has a high critical rate, which might be why it generally doesn't hit as hard as Vicious Strike usually, but it makes up for that with the crit rate. I'll have to look that up, though, because... Oh, great. I already bought that for you, didn't I? I said last time, oh yeah! New armor for Igus doesn't show up often in... Yeah, of course. Doesn't show up often in Tartarus, yeah. Okay, I've got one for plus 3 strength. I like plus 30 HP better. She's sort of meant to be more of a tank, even though she does do a decent job of attacking. And it seems like there's an enemy that's just showed up in this dead end. Please be something new. I am desperately looking for new things. You are... No! Not at all.
There are 2 of them. Attack!
I'm gonna Deathbound you too, just because I feel like it. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's got a high critical
The
rate.
enemy's gone.
And that scares me. That scares me a lot. You'll find out why that scares me later. But you know what else scares me? The fact this is a 7 sword card, and it's the best option I have. 2, 1. I'm gonna pick you anyway. Oh, okay. Another sexy lance. Well, I mean, at least it's better than the evil katana, but still, I mean, we've got so many of those over the course of this game. Small one? What does that mean? You... Really?
There's 1 enemy. Attack!
Yeah, that's how I feel about you.
Efficiently executed. Enemies. They all seem agitated.
Now, even the Order Giants are sick of fighting us now. Yeah, well, okay, what are they? They are strong against that, but I'm not going to pass up the... Except, no. No, I'm just going to do this because that's going to cost a lot of HP, and suddenly dying right now would be pretty bad, so not going to risk it.
That's the way.
Is there anything... Well, no. That answered my question. There is nothing interesting this way. There is pretty much nothing interesting this way either, unless this thing turns out to be something new. Will it? It probably won't. It... Oh, really?
There are 3 enemies.
It's like an Order Giant party in Tartarus tonight or something like that. Well, at least you level up out of that, and that was a pathetic amount of yen, so this was pretty much not worth it at all. Let me guess, you're also going to be Order Giants. If that turns out to be... Oh my...
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
I did not expect that to actually be right. No way did I expect that to actually be right. I'm so tempted to just Mind Charge and blast them all with Mind Charge, but no, I'll just play it safe. Okay, I think I've had Kurama Tengu before. I'm not sure. Might as well grab it anyway. Oh wow, so many Order Giants that we've actually leveled up to level 56. Out of sheer Order Giantage. And I will have Akihiko heal now, because I kind of need it, and then we'll be just moving on, because this floor is clearly the annual Order Giant party. I'm going to ignore that blip on my radar, because I know that's also going to be a bunch of Order Giants. And that one is too. I want to see the Minotaur or Cyclops. 160, okay then, so yeah, that's actually quite a way away. Kind of forgot about that. Except, I have made a whole bunch of SP restoring items, so it's actually not that big a deal. Yeah, that should suffice. Yeah, and you know what? I should give Akihiko one of them too. So, yeah, actually there is quite a way to go before the boss. I was kind of expecting it to be closer than that. Well, at least more floors means more chances to get new enemies. Now the small one, which might mean a Cyclops or a Minotaur. Aha! It is one of them.
There's one enemy.
So yeah, as bizarre as this looks, this is the Mighty Cyclops.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Huh, Mighty Cyclops, meet Mighty Thor. Wonder how Thor's gonna do against you, actually. But yeah, these things are just extremely weird. They are kind of like almost a literal representation of the Hangman Arcana, and they look just downright bizarre. One of the weirdest looking Tartarus enemies next to the Seekers.
It's weak against fire.
So, this thing uses all of the elements and also all of the boost skills, but it's weak to fire. So I'm annoyed that I didn't insert. It's fairly resilient, actually. Of all the things you use the one thing that's, well, I mean, you have got two things that someone's immune to, but use one of the things that someone in the party is immune to. I mean, if you use Bufu, then you actually would have hit a weakness, and no one would have had an immunity to it, so not sure why you didn't do that, but you are just a shadow, and I can't question your thinking process, because it's probably quite stupid, as is the case with many AI enemies. That's a weird combo.
Attack!
Okay, so that thing that I mentioned that I promised that I'd show off at some point, yeah. Where are you? There it is! Mjolnir. He who uses this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Except I just absolutely hate trying to use it because it's just, yeah, that happens. One Magus?
A surprise attack.
Thought you were a Cyclops. Anyway. Here's what Mjolnir looks like. Pretty powerful, actually.
The enemy's gone. Great job, guys.
This, unfortunately, means Garristu is, quote-unquote, worthy. So, then again, elevators are worthy, so I'm not sure, how much of a compliment that is. Yeah, people who, that's even worse end than the last time. Yeah, people who haven't seen that movie are probably, yeah, getting very confused right about now. Oh, no, yeah, no way I was catching that with Mjolnir. No way. Catch a gold shadow with Mjolnir should be some kind of self-imposed challenge that someone does for this game, because seriously, good luck trying that. The wind-up isn't really as slow as I thought it would be, but it's still... If you practice the timing, you can probably catch shadows with it. It's just, I personally don't really like it all that much. 5 more floors to go. Bang! Okay, managed to get that one.
It's weak against...
Okay, you're not actually... And so, downside of this is, normally, this being a heavy weapon would hit this thing's weakness, but yeah, it is a Lek element, so not going to be doing that.
One more to go.
So that's kind of a problem. Oh, you have Archidyne! I forgot that you learned that recently. That is actually pretty awesome. In fact, I think Koromaru's had that for a while. This is just the first time I've seen him use it.
Did you see that, Shinji?
I think he learned it right before the Strength and Fortune fight. But yeah, I haven't actually seen him use it until now. Archidyne does look pretty cool. Not quite as cool as Bufudyne does, though. Let's see. Yeah, if you catch a shadow from behind, this thing isn't too bad.
There are 2 of them.
But, okay, yeah, I should go ahead and use Kikuri Hime here, like I promised that I would when I found out that... Oh yeah, this thing's a fire user. It's kind of not, so easy to remember that, because, I mean, I haven't actually used Kikuri Hime all that much, and you dodge, that's unfortunate.
defeated an
But,
enemy.
Koromaru, yep, you're gonna Archidyne it, aren't you? Please Archidyne. Oh wait, you could Mudo it, but yeah, Archidyne's good. Yeah, pretty nice, although I always hate it when enemies just barely survive things. It's not quite as annoying as, to go on a Pokemon tangent again, when something survives an attack with barely any HP, like 1 or something, and they weren't even focus sashed. Because that has happened to me an eerily large number of times in Sun and Moon, for some reason. Like, I very frequently have Pokemon live things with 1 HP that aren't focus sashed.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
I was wondering whether I'd change my equipment, and then I realized, oh wait, Kikuri Hime has that as a skill.
Front shot.
These things do seem to be kind of evasive.
Left.
And well, here's more Archidyne from Koromaru. You are giving me so many 7 sword cards. Makes me worry that they're going to be Mikazuki Mune chickens. Okay, another Higoroyumi. And if you think Koromaru's damage with Archidyne is impressive, wait till you see Archidyne from Cert. Then wait till you see Ragnarok from Cert, then wait till you see Mind Charge Ragnarok from Cert. Then, to continue an overly long gag, wait until you see Mind Charge, Fire Boost, Fire Amp Ragnarok from Cert.
What an easy win.
That hair flip is actually kind of cool, though. That, I'm not even going to pretend to know where the card that I want is, but I actually got it anyway, for some reason.
My skills.
Okay, I think I'm going to get out of this floor, though. We actually haven't even found it. Okay, it's situations like this where Mjolnir is not great, because that thing is going to see... Yeah, of course. If the shadow actually catches on to you, you are not going to be getting a preemptive strike on it. Okay, attack up, and wasted turn. Because I think we've established in this area of Tartarus that shadows are incredibly stupid. I also have way too many gold rings for that request. Like I said earlier, I kind of wish they sell for more. Okay, this is a situation where Mjolnir is also really bad. I'm actually going to quickly switch to something else. And if I also get preemptive from this, I'm going to feel really bad. Okay, good. I didn't do that. That would have been embarrassing. Wow, that is a lot of mothers. And the problem with that is I actually don't have anything with multi-targeting.
It has.
We
There
do
are
have...
4 enemies left.
Koromaru goes after all of them, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and deathbound them.
Enemy defeated. Proceeding.
Will this finish them? It might. No, it didn't even finish any of them.
Eliminated.
You're probably going to use Muzzy, please, or just going to punch them.
2 enemies left.
Probably should have used Muzzyonga, otherwise they did that. And now they're buffing their defense, even though it's probably not going to save them. Are you going to be using Mamudo? Regular Mudo, that would be bad. And you just shoved Cerberus right into its face.
Peloton defeated an enemy.
Seeing as these things like reclining on couches, I kind of think of Cerberus going, I want one couch, jump. The thing where dogs sometimes just jump up onto the couch and just jump on you. Except in this case, it just kills them. Okay, got a little while to go. Six 160th floor. Another Megaton Rod that we don't really need, because we have Mjolnir, which I might actually re-equip just for, you know what, maybe not. Well, at this point we've seen most enemies, so I'll probably be cutting out most battles.
Enemy defeated.
What is it with
One
these
more to
swords
go.
and having Samsara miss them?
Don't mess with me.
Okay, so yeah, I'll mostly just be heading to the stairs, fighting whatever's in my way that... So like, for example, you're not really in... Well, you're in my way now! Must save the doggy!
I am forced to win.
I don't know why I guess weights against these things. They're not immune to physical attacks. Like I was saying, I'm just going to be fighting mostly just things in my way because I kind of just want to get to the boss quickly at this point. Let's see, there's a chest there, and there's stairs here. So yeah, we've made some progress, we've leveled up everyone a few times. Yeah, the enemies are getting kind of stronger, but I'm not seeing some of the really strong things very much. That's just a dead end. Yeah, I mostly just care about getting to the boss at this point. You are... You know what? Just in case you're a Minotaur. Because I think that's one of the few new enemies we haven't seen yet. Yes, you are! Okay, then.
There's one enemy.
Minotaur 3. I don't
Give me a sec.
believe we
I'll
still
scan the
haven't
target.
seen the 1 yet. What am I currently on? Let's just go to Thor for the lack of weaknesses, and let's just wait. Okay, regenerate HP.
Into action.
Nice one. Unfortunately, it didn't fall over. Okay.
It doesn't seem like strikes will work.
So, no weaknesses, Null Strike, Repel Ice, and it has Ice Spells and Gigantic Fist, and it heals every turn, and has a ton of health. Okay then. So, I know what my strategy for this is going to be. I am going to just cheat my way out of it.
Still alive.
Yeah, you know what? If you're shocked, I might as well.
Let us commence with an all-out.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and capitalize on this. I was planning on just using Hammer because it has like 1000 HP, regenerates, and no weaknesses, but
Only one enemy left.
considering that you're currently shocked and taking a lot of damage from all out attacks,
Enemies off balance.
let's just finish you like this.
Commence with an all-out fatal strike.
Shock status is amazing, and eventually you'll be seeing why it's really amazing. But for now, yeah, it's mostly just a random thing that is good when it happens, but is pretty unreliable. That will change. And when that changes, yeah, things get pretty hilarious. They give a lot of experience for just a single enemy, though. I guess it makes sense because they have an enormous amount of HP, and, yeah. Kind of like a boss in Moot Clothing, except they take a huge amount of damage from all out attacks, and I'm going to have to fight you, aren't I? And that looks suspiciously like a dead end. Yeah, I just actually realized we've been through quite a bit of Tartarus, so if I'm not careful, I could actually get people tired. Another reason why I should probably rush to the boss, because I'd like to fight this thing tonight, and if I get tired before then, that would be bad. And yep, there are the stairs right there. You can sometimes get a glimpse of the red carpet before you enter the room. Yeah, stab that red carpet. Stab it. Almost there. And yeah, glimpse of the red carpet there, so that was pretty much a gimme floor. I was just thinking just how, I mean, I don't think anyone is insane enough to actually try one, because, like, let me put it this way, there's a Persona 4 speedrun out there that used to be 19 hours. I think it's been cut down to about 15. Still pretty insane. I don't think anyone has ever tried a Persona 3 speedrun. I think I just saw the red carpet there, actually. I was just trying to imagine just how horrifying the uh-oh.
I have been discovered. I will have to fight.
Never heard that in robotic monotone before. But yeah, I don't think anybody has ever even thought about doing the Persona 3 speedrun, because that would just kind of be... Because I was just thinking, just the sheer amount of RNG in Tartarus is just like... Like, if you get flaws like last one, just you can get through Tartarus really quickly, but if you're really unlucky with where the stairs are...
Let us commence with an all-out attack.
Like, I just thought for a split second that, like, it's kind of conceptually similar to a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon speedrun, and then I realized that in Mystery Dungeon it actually is possible to RNG manipulate, so you know exactly how the floors are going to be laid out. So, yeah. Some people think that RNG manipulation in speedruns makes things boring, but
My level
in
of
some Fire
aptitude
Emblem
has
speedruns, I
increased.
would kind of agree to some extent. But you are probably a Minotaur or a Cyclops. But in something like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, where if you did not RNG manipulate for the dungeons, you could get ridiculous
There's one
variations in your
enemy.
time simply based on pure luck.
From here. That was a
Yeah, I
great
kind of agree with that. I still find Pokemon Mystery Dungeons another Pokemon tangent for some reason, but I still find Pokemon Mystery speedruns pretty funny in the fact that your preferred starter is Skitty, and it's one of the few Pokemon realities where Skitty is actually one of the most broken things in the game, because Double Slap is ridiculous in Mystery Dungeon. It just, for some reason, does enormous damage. It's like every hit of it is as strong as a basic attack from most other... like a regular attack, so that makes it pretty insane. But not only that, but Skitty also has cute charm, and in the Mystery Dungeon series, all Pokemon are inherently bisexual, so it feels like a weird thing to say that, but there is no concept of gender in the first Mystery Dungeon, so cute charm works on everything and can really screw over a lot of enemies, so pretty awesome actually. Anyway, though, we have reached the top floor. So, let's head back down, and hopefully I can take a little break from this, because I don't want to go on any tangents weirder than bisexual Pokemon. But... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and actually firstly I'm just going to check out how our progress went. But yeah, that took a lot longer than I expected, but 51, wow, that's actually quite a lot of levels. And she has Heat Wave now, so replacing Swift Strike, I believe. Mataru Card is going to be pretty cool when she gets it, though. You're still behind, you're still behind, you are 50, and you have Fistmaster now, so that's pretty cool. You're still behind. What about you, Koromara? You're also 50. Masakukaja, that's also great. And getting high counter in only 2 levels. So, yeah, I'm obviously going to save after that. Lots of good experience gained. And I'm going to need to plan before taking on the next boss. So... but can't say at dawn we plan because it's the dark hour. In the dark hour, we plan! Next time.